PCS Nation family, we are out the window. Alright, who's out there? We're thin tonight. What's going on? Everybody wake up. There's only 3 of you. Come on, go tell your friends what's happening. It's Wednesday night. It's hump day. No, it's Thursday night. That's right. I fucked up. It's my fault because, we're on the wrong night. It's Thursday night. I even thought it was Wednesday night, and I'm doing the show. Yeah, we had a little scheduling conflict last night, legit. Justin got messed up with work, and he had to switch a few shifts with somebody, and we ended up having to go to dinner last night. Flipped the show to tonight. It's just the way it's going to be because the boy comes first. No offense to anybody. Is anybody out there? I don't see any comments yet. I see 7 people in the room. Nobody's saying anything. Queen Linda, where are you? What's happened? Everybody hates me all of a sudden? I can't say that I blame you. So I had some... I'm upset tonight about a stupid thing. The thing I'm upset tonight is about woke. And a couple of things happened that made that come about. And there was actually a good news thing about it too. Hey, Len.
Hello.
Queen, how are you?
Yeah, I made a comment and I forgot to hit enter. So
maybe
it never posted, but now I did it now. Okay. So yeah.
You're confused about what day it is. I did that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think everybody's confused about what day it is.
Yeah.
That's why they're not in here. Oh,
right. Well, what are you going to do? I mean...
They're lost. Yeah, they're just going to have to listen to the replay then.
We'll figure it all out. It's just probably just I'm not going to say it's a one-time thing. Those, things come up. And
yeah.
We ain't exactly network news here. We're doing it by the seat of our pants. And so it's worked so far, and we're just going to keep on doing it that way. And if we only got 8 people in here, then that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a small family gathering.
We've done it with 8 people before. We can do it with 8 people again.
Absolutely. There was only 3 when I was having my little tantrum on the food court the other day.
Oh, yeah.
But that was just a random drive-by. But so here's the okay. I got woke stuff. I got good woke stuff, and I got bad woke stuff.
Okay.
What do you want first?
Oh, I'll let you pick.
Oh. All right. The good woke stuff. Because why not, right?
Yeah.
Starbucks, which everybody hates, I know. And I don't go to Starbucks anymore either myself, but that's for personal reasons that we maybe won't get into after. But it came out yesterday. I saw the first time I saw the article was that they are voluntarily dropping the vaccine mandates for their employees after the Supreme Court decision knocking it down. And they had all implemented it already, and they're stepping back and dropping it. And you know what? Props to them. Everybody likes to bash Starbucks because it's the front line of corporate wokeness. There's not any question about that, and this doesn't change that a bit. But just from a human American 2022 perspective, I give them some respect for stepping back and saying, okay, we're not going to do it then, and maybe understanding that it was a little out of hand.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think so too. I got a text today from the Ho Chunk Casino that the bingo tonight is canceled because of lack of staff.
Ugh.
And it didn't say if they were sick or if they just don't have the staff hired. For whatever reason they aren't hired, who knows? But whatever the reason, they had to cancel bingo because of no staff.
Wow.
That could be why Starbucks did that. Maybe they're having trouble getting people hired.
Well, you know what? It kind of goes into the thing I was saying before where I wasn't, I don't know if I was even going to want to talk about it or not. Not that it's anything. It's just time-wise to put any time into it. But my own thing with Starbucks is I stopped going because of the service that was going on there. And, okay, granted, partially that's got to be because of what you're just saying about the staffing stuff with the pandemic and everything else. The service got so bad. They let a manager, they moved the manager to another store, and she was a doll. And this is the whole thing. Everybody always busts my balls about Starbucks, okay? And I don't care. That's fine. And whatever you want to say about it, that's fine. I get it. I like Starbucks coffee, number one, and it's a pretty critical part of my morning and everybody else's morning too that's around me. So I I like Starbucks, so that's the end of the conversation right there. But the second part of that is there's like 5 coffee shops that I could see from the front door of any one of them, right there in the neighborhood. And Starbucks was the only place that I would go in, and the people in there said, hey, and called me by my name, and I knew their names, and they treated me nice, and they would buy you every 3rd or 4th coffee, and they would come out from behind the counter and chat with you, and they just treated you like a person. And it became my little coffee home, okay? Like, set everything else aside. I don't need to be worrying about that we have a meat bag in the White House for that 5 minutes when I'm drinking my coffee in the morning. I'm just putting gas in the tank. I don't have to be on top of all that stuff. I can put that aside and go into a place like Starbucks, and the people there are clearly a lot different than I am, in a variety of ways. But they're nice people. And it's okay to be nice to nice people. I don't know, whatever. You want to break my balls about that too? That's fine. It is what it is. But here's the problem. They didn't let her go. They moved her to another store, and then a couple of other key people quit, and then they brought some new people in. And it just changed the whole dynamic of it. Like that whole thing where it was like a nice place to go, and people there knew who I was, and I knew who they were, and they expected me. They would have my coffee ready for me sometimes. That just went away. That went out the window. And that's okay. All right? You change. What are you going to do? I mean, that's what they have to do. But the people they brought in were horrible. And they were rude. They were incompetent. And they were doing like a revolving door thing. They went in, then went out, then went in. It was a mess. And it got to the point where it was so bad. See, I knew this was going to start taking time, and it's a stupid thing, but I'm halfway through, so let me finish.
Okay.
Okay, this is like, it went G-World toward the end. I started counting the number of times, this is just how bad they were. Like, you go in there and you wouldn't be able to get coffee. Like, you'd go into a coffee shop and for a variety of reasons wouldn't be able to get coffee. And it got so bad, I started counting. The last 12 times that I went in there, I got coffee 3 times out of 12 times.
Gosh.
And the other 8 times I just walked out. And the straw that broke the camel's back was on the last one, and I probably would have done it just for the entertainment value of it. I probably would have gone a little further when it got to like 20 or 25, just like a nice round number. I stopped on 12 because like I just happened to be in a hurry that day for whatever reason. I go in, I order the coffee, I put my credit card in, they charge me, and then tell me they don't have coffee. So like I'm like, you guys gotta be fucking kidding. I'm already not coming here anymore as soon as I'm done playing out this experiment because it's just disgusting how this place has gotten. And now you're going to hit me with this, like, you just, like, put the final stake through the vampire's heart there, the nail in the coffin, or whatever the metaphor is, if that's the right word. Yeah. But anyway, that's my Starbucks thing. But the thing is, now, since then, they went through one whole period for about 5 days where they were just closed. And they put a note up in the window saying, you know, we're temporarily closed, we're doing our best to get back open as soon as we can, visit our next closest location in whatever, which is probably White Plains. But they didn't give a reason why or anything like that. And it's probably because of stuff like that. It's probably because of the staffing issues.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Because, I mean, you know, if the people weren't being nice to you, it's probably because they were pissed off. They had a bad boss. You know, the whole thing was just bad news. And people probably quit left and right.
Yeah.
But hey, Lisa Skirtich-Silipo says the sound is terrible.
Really? All right,
yeah,
hang
is
on.
anybody else having trouble with sound? And I wonder if there's something you can look at. If you know,
I'm going to pull the microphone out, plug it back in, and see if that has anything to do with anything. It could just be, I don't know. Now I can't find the hole for the microphone. Can you hear me at all now, Linda?
Is it?
Well, you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I could hear you the whole time.
This is tragic. Now I can't find the hole. Story of my life.
No, Jason Triolo says it's fine. Him and everybody else is saying the sound is fine. So
how's that?
It's just
I took the mic out. All right, Lisa, maybe it's your end. Sorry, I took the mic out. I put it back in. I don't know if that made any difference. Everybody okay?
I think everybody's okay. Yep.
Everybody's good. Devin Patera, Mary Gunny, Joe Yee. All right, what's up, everybody? I didn't even get a chance to say hi. I jumped right into woke because I'm upset because now we're gonna get to the stuff that I'm mad about. What? What'd you say?
I said, yeah. I mean, you jumped right into it. Yeah.
I'm mad. This is stupid, okay? But it's just, I'm mad about the M&Ms.
Oh, okay.
Like that tweet. And here's why, okay? Something occurred to me, and it's just one of those things. It's like, it's my superpower to observe things that, like, just nobody else sees and make a big deal out of them. And this is probably one of those things. I was just talking to somebody about that whole thing with the M&Ms, and the green M&M isn't going to be like feminine anymore. They're going to like make her androgynous. I don't even know what they're going to do. They didn't make any kind of announcement. They're just talking about it. And for some reason, I started referring to green M&M, which I believe is Ms. M&M. That's the actual corporate name, I think.
Okay.
And I was like, so you're going to have to refer to her as she. It's not going to be she. You have to get into the pronouns now. It's going to be they. But they're all going to be they.
Yeah.
Which is whatever. We've been going through that for a couple of years now. It's just whatever. And I'll get into something about that later. Whatever. Set it aside for now. The thing is, though, here's the thing. If I'm talking about the green M&M, and I can't say she is, I have to say they instead, right?
Yep.
But I also can't say they is, because that's grammatically disgusting, and I'll sound like a dope. So
Right.
you have to say they are. Right?
Well, I don't know. I think maybe they is would technically be right. Because if that's her preferred pronoun, then it would be they is.
Yeah, but then if you say they
you're
is,
only
like, say,
talking about
what if you're
her.
saying, if you were going to say, like, she is 25 years old,
Yeah.
you won't say they is 25 years old. That's like, you sound dumb. It's like ebonics.
I think you're going to have to.
Well, this is where I got annoyed. Because
Okay.
now, instead of saying she is, not only do I have to change she to they, now I also have to change a second word that I've been using for 50 plus years, and I'm conditioned to use. I have to change the is to an R.
Yes.
So now you're asking me to change two words of a speech pattern that's been established for 50 years. And it's just, I'm really annoyed about that. And it's irrational, but I'm just annoyed about that. Am I alone in this?
I don't
It's
think
asking
so.
too much. 2 words is asking too much.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Because now you have to think about it.
Right.
You know? Like before you could just say it. Now you have to stop and think and police yourself about it.
And I don't want to do that. Like, I just don't want to do that. Like, here's the thing, okay? Any one-on-one person, okay, in the unlikely event that I'm ever in a conversation, and I should even preface that by saying, I don't talk to anybody I don't have to, ever. You all know how I feel. I love you guys, but I live in the cyber world here. In real life, I don't talk to anybody I don't have to. I just don't like people in real life. Like, I don't like actual people. G-Roll, odd brain. Okay, just get used to it. The fact, though, is that in a one-on-one situation, if I was with a person like that and they were respectful about it, and like I said, she, and they were like, no, my preferred pronoun is, and it wasn't a confrontational, it was just like, this is what I'd rather you call me. I have no problem doing that. But the caveat to that is, in the even more unlikely event that we're going to have more conversations over the course of time between these two people, and it's no offense to these people, it's anybody. I don't accept the fact that I'm gonna fuck up, and I'm gonna say she and her, and you can remind me, but don't be a dick about it. And I have no problem with that. But just this militant telling me, and now it's got to be 2 words. You're messing with a pathological contrarian. That's just the wrong way to go about it to get me to come over to that. That's all.
Hey, did I ever tell you that, you know that I go to the pool 3 days a week and work out in the morning, and probably a lot of the people on Facebook know it too. But did I ever tell you that, this was several years ago already, there was a swimmer there that was a man who was transitioning to a woman, and he or she or whatever you want to call them was to the point where they wanted to use the women's locker room, and they did.
Really?
This person came in the women's locker room because they asked all of us if we'd have a problem with it. And I said I didn't, because I don't really I'm not a very modest person, I'm like, hey, as long as they're not like looking at me, it's like we can be in the same locker room, just keep your eyes forward, mister,
Right.
And it didn't bother me that much.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've been in I've never been in that particular. I just don't like locker rooms in general. Like we were just talking about.
I don't either. I mean, I don't like being right next to a woman in the locker room. So what's
Yeah.
the difference if it's a man that's turning into a woman? But yeah, it didn't last real long. I think she, whatever, felt uncomfortable. It only lasted for maybe 6-8 weeks, something like that.
Well, that's a
and
pretty
then I've
long
never
time.
seen the person again.
Most
so
people
I don't
don't go to the
happened.
gym for that long.
What?
Most people don't even go to the gym for that long.
Yeah, most people don't.
So that's actually
maybe
pretty
that's
long.
what happened. Maybe he just got sick of working out. Who knows?
I'm just tired of having
anyway.
it shoved down my throat, and it's just been like going on for whatever couple of years now. Started like with the whole bathroom in Target we talked about probably a couple of months ago, where like you're gonna let men go into the ladies' room in Target. That was like the big one that was on the news, and everybody's like, whoa, lost their shit.
Yeah.
And that's nothing now, like compared to everything else. But
Yeah.
I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. No, you're messing with M&Ms now. You
Yeah.
fucked up movies. You fucked up sports, and everything. Look, the whole thing with this now. You see this new scandal now with the guy who's swimming against women from Penn State or Penn University.
Yeah. Yeah.
That there's somebody came out now saying a teammate said because this person lost a race last weekend to a female who was transitioning to male, and this one who broke all these records lost the race, and one of the teammates now is coming out and saying they conspired, they got together beforehand and set that all up. I just saw one little thing about it. I didn't see much more about it. I want to look into that because, boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you lefties sure like to stage shit, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
That's crazy stuff. But I'm just tired of woke. I'm tired of it. It's fine. Do it if you want to, but don't make me have to accommodate you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't make me go to jail if I don't or lose my job.
Yeah. Like with this person in the locker room, that was based on that person. Like I don't want to make a blanket statement saying, yes, all men that are transitioning can come in the women's locker room.
Okay.
But based on this one person that we knew and we had seen him, her, how many times, and, interacted with them, and it's like, yeah, I'm comfortable with that person. But that's not saying it's a blanket statement. I'm comfortable with everybody coming in there.
What about if you had a little young daughter in there, though?
Well, yeah, then I wouldn't have. Yeah, no.
Yeah, see, that changes things. And I don't even want to be that guy either. I don't want to be like the prick that's like, what if? Because 9 times out of 10, probably more than that, it's nothing to worry about. It's not a situation like that. But you can't take that 10% chance.
Right.
When it's your kids, it's just not right. It's just not right. And it's not necessary.
Yeah. It's like I can make that decision for myself, saying I'm comfortable with this person, but I'm not going to say I'm comfortable bringing my daughter or my granddaughter or my little whoever. No way. No.
Changes it.
Yep.
So what'd you think about yesterday? It was a fun day, huh?
Oh, gosh, yeah. That was fun. Oh, you live commenting on the press conference. That was gold. Yeah.
That was kind of fun. I was a little slow at the store.
Yeah.
So I just jumped in. Like I said this morning, what 2 hours you saw yesterday is exactly why they don't let them do press conferences.
Yeah.
So many awful things happen, and like from the obvious to the subtle and everything in between, like you could clearly see he was way better at the beginning than he was at the end.
Yeah.
He was coming apart. He was getting mad. He was getting snippy with the reporters. Like he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. If he had to go into the war room for 6 hour stretches, like it's not going to happen with this guy. It's just not.
Yeah. He said 3 things that he's going to do better going forward.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And the one thing was get out and talk to the people more.
Right.
And it's like, I highly doubt that. For one thing, there's hardly going to be anybody that wants to talk to him.
And where's he going to go? Where's he going to talk to the people between D.C. and Delaware?
That's it.
He's going to talk to the people at the Dairy Queen at the beach.
Everything else he'd have to travel too far for. So that just scratch that. He's full of shit on that one.
That could be the birth of a march, like a march thing, where we all, if that's what he's going to do, we'll get like 500,000 people to just go line the route on both sides.
Yeah.
Between D.C. and his beach house, and he can talk to us the whole way. Like he can go 2 miles an hour and just talk to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, there you
See,
go.
what can we call it? You got to come up with the name because you're better at that stuff than me.
Oh gosh.
Who was
boy,
saying that? Even Caitlyn Jenner came out and said the swimming about the swimming crap. I saw that too. You know, as much of a mess as Caitlyn Jenner is, and I'm sorry, I don't mean it. I say what I say. There's a smart person in there, and there's a rational, to some extent, person in there. And yeah, Caitlyn, I have such a hard time saying that. All I see is Bruce Jenner in his red, white, and blue track uniform on the front of the Wheaties box. I really legit, I'm not trying to be a dick. I legit have a tough time saying Caitlyn Jenner. All right.
Yeah.
It came out and was speaking out against this whole thing. Michael Phelps came out and said it too.
Yes. Yeah. So, big name in the sports world is coming out against it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This goes. It should have been a long time ago, though. This is not new. It's just in the news now. It's not new the last 2 years. This was going on when my kid was still in high school running, in track, locally. We talked about it definitely on Facebook for sure. About the two sprinters, these two boys that were transitioning to girls, but barely transitioning. And not to be rude now, one of them had a mustache. All right? I'm not even playing. Like a little light mustache. It was like you're a guy, 100%. And you're a guy who came in 73rd place against the other guys, because statistically that's about where you would be. Like I know these numbers from my son doing this stuff, like where people fit in time wise, and I just don't understand how track works. This is somebody who'd been in like the 70s and the 80s in a big statewide competition against guys. And now you're going against the girls and you're winning the state championship, knocking somebody off the podium and out of making the finals, and interfering with people getting scholarships. I mean, the whole Title IX thing was about equality, and you're just wrecking all that.
Yeah.
After the 50th anniversary of Title IX, and you're tearing it apart at the seams right now.
Yeah.
But this shit was happening. Like, I saw this stuff. I saw these kids at meets. And it's just so wrong. And I was talking about it then. This is when the conversation should have started happening. I kind of predicted it going along. That first, you're going to see it at the high school level, because they're just kids trying to fit in, and nobody's going to say shit, and nobody's going to stand up for themselves. And you can't blame them, because they are just kids. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to start seeing it at the college level. We had a cross-country runner last year. You got the swimmer now. You got a couple of swimmers. It's starting to pop up. And the next thing you're going to see is at the pro level. And you got to wonder if that's when people are going to start paying attention to it, because that's when people's money start getting fucked with. You know, a little high school kid. The way to answer this, and I'll just take it from the track perspective, which you can apply it to the swimming perspective too. If there's 6 people on the starting line and one of them is transitioning to an unfair playing field for their advantage, and the other 5 are not, then when they say on your mark, the other 5 just step back and don't race. That's what it's going to take. And you're not going to get that out of high school kids. I know, because I spent lots of time around them. You're not going to get that out of too many college kids either. But some pro who's trying to get a contract with one of the WNBA teams might have a little something to say about that stuff.
Yeah.
Or somebody going to the Olympics. You know, it really hasn't. Yeah, you had the first little trickle down of it in this last Olympics. You had a few people in there. None of them really made any waves, right? I don't think anybody won anything, right? Do you recall?
I don't remember.
I think there was just some representation, which is fine, whatever. It's people going in and breaking records and knocking other people out of positions and making it harder for them to get scholarships. That's the perspective I look at it from, because I kind of went through that with my son. Not that, but I know what the process is like and how hard it is. And it's just not right from that base level, and it just doesn't get any more right the more pervasive it gets into society.
Yeah.
So,
hey, speaking of the Olympics, the NBC, commentators, they're not even going over to Beijing. They're going to just be sitting in wherever they are. I don't know.
I still got a feeling. I got a feeling a lot of athletes are going to end up bailing out. I really do. Yeah, it's getting late for that. I would have thought it would start already, because it's only 2 more weeks. I think.
Yeah. Something like that, 2 maybe.
I think you're going to see athletes bailing out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I decided what I'm going to do to protest the Beijing Olympics. I'm going to tell an Olympic story, as many nights as I can throughout the whole genocide Olympics, real Olympic stories that I remember, and cool things that I remember from watching old Olympics and just following athletes and stuff like that. So I'm going to tell stories. That's going to be my protest to to the Genocide Olympics.
Okay.
To the COVID Olympics.
There's a kid, 17 years old, and he lives in this hometown that I came from, a little town in Wisconsin, only 2,000 people.
Yeah.
He made the Olympic speed skating team.
No kidding.
He's going, yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
So I might have to watch him. I don't know.
I want to do that skeleton thing.
Oh.
That looks like fun.
Yeah.
Like the bobsled, I wouldn't do the bobsled. Like, it seems a little safer, but like, I don't know about climbing in. You end up sitting in somebody's lap and you get kicked and maybe you trip and fall under the blades. Like, that scares me a little bit. The skeleton's kind of. What's the one? Is that the one where you go on your stomach?
I
or is
don't
that
even
luge?
know. It seems like there's like no. They're hardly on a board of anything. It looks
it's like nothing.
It almost looks like they're going just down on with their body.
Yeah. Nah, but still my idea. Remember mine, right? The flying saucer.
What was it yet?
The flying saucer.
Oh yeah,
The metal flying saucer down the same chute as the bobsled. That'd be awesome. The G Olympics. We got to do that.
Yeah.
Next Olympic cycle, we're going to do that.
Yeah.
So what else about Biden? Like, it's like, it's not even. You almost don't even want to. We just kind of didn't even talk about him. Is he done? We don't have to talk about him anymore. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like we started talking about that, and we got into like transgender swimmers.
Yeah. The other two things that he said. He said he was going to do these three things.
Right.
And I said, get out and talk to the people more.
Right. Okay.
And
That's where we went off the rails.
We said, scratch that. That's bullshit.
Right.
Then he said he's going to campaign for other Democratic candidates.
Yee.
It's like, really? That's the most important thing a president has to do is go out and campaign for other people to get elected.
My God. And like, what Democrat candidate would even want that at this point?
Yeah.
They must be just like crying when they heard him say that. That's hilarious.
I know. It's like, please, sir, don't come and campaign for
not
me.
us. What did we do to you?
Yeah. So,
man,
scratch that off.
Great.
That's bullshit.
And what's the third thing?
And the third thing was get more advice from experts and think tanks. Yeah, get more advice, because the advice you got from the experts so far has been so good.
Oh my goodness, they have no idea what to do. They just don't know what to do.
No, they don't.
You remember the movie? Nah, this is going to be stupid. Nobody's going to get this, and I always feel like an idiot when I do it. The movie Miracle. Did you see the movie? You had to have seen the movie Miracle. Oh, come on. You're from Wisconsin. You didn't see the movie Miracle?
It sounds familiar, but I can't bring it
about
up
the
in my
U.S.
mind.
hockey team with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, I think I might have seen parts of it.
Like half the team was from Wisconsin in 1980. Didn't you know that? You're not a hockey fan.
I didn't know that. No, I didn't.
Yeah, it was like Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Boston. All the kids from Boston. Mike Ruziani.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm way off the rails. It's okay. We're almost done, guys. We're going to get out of here way soon. But there was a scene from toward the end of it, and they were playing the game, and it was toward the end of the game, and the United States was winning, and they were just trying to run out the clock, and it was at the point where the coach of the Russian team, which was like still literally the greatest hockey team ever put together, arguably, let's say. And this coach was like the legendary coach, and it got to the point where he should have pulled the goalie out, and he wasn't pulling. He never pulled the goalie out. And Kurt Russell turned around to not Herb Brooks, the assistant coach, whatever his name was, and he was like, he doesn't know what to do. And I just for some reason think of that scene every time I think of Biden now. They just don't know what to do. They were all over Twitter today, just making just gratuitous tweets about nothing, like, we're going to do this, and this has been so cool, and this has been awesome, and it's been such a fun first year, but like not saying anything because like they're out of ideas. It's just like it's over, and I just don't know how we're going to get through. I don't know if we're going to get through 3 more years of this.
Yeah,
I don't know. We kind of all got our heads around like this guy's never going to get reelected. Okay, there's no way he's going to get reelected in 24. No way, and we're working hard on getting to where we can universally say this guy's not going to be the candidate in 24. Like, it's starting to look that way. And even, like I said the other day, like, even the media is coming undone around the edges about that, like about his competence and about his cognitive dissonance, that he might not even be the candidate in 24. Now the next level on that game is to where he's not going to even make it to 24. I think that's going to be on the table before long.
Yeah.
The way he looked yesterday, and again, the way he looked from the first minute to the last minute was two different guys. Like, he just came undone.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm not even talking about what he said, which we could have done the whole show on. We could probably do another half hour on, but just how he looked, and how he looked to us, and how he looked to the rest of the world, because they're looking too. They're watching too.
Yeah. Hey, Deborah Patera said that Trump is going to be on Hannity tonight.
Is he? 9 o'clock? I don't know. I think that's when Hannity's on.
Yeah,
right?
9 o'clock for you, 8 o'clock for us.
I gotta check Amazon Prime and see if I can get it on there.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to Fox, but I might look at it. Okay. I still didn't even watch the rally. I didn't watch 1 minute of the rally.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really watch too much of it either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on too late.
Yeah.
I was tired. Yeah.
Me too. And I'm just, you know what, my little cold vid, whatever it is kicking me in the ass a little bit too. I'm wearing out, and it's getting up in my nose and making me all snotty now. Yeah. Still not bad though. It's still, as a cold, if this is what a cold's going to be, I'll still take it.
Okay.
It was all right. It wasn't too bad. So
yeah,
we'll wrap it up snotty.
Yeah.
Instead of angry, that's better. That's a little bit of a step up anyway. Yeah. Guys, get on Substack. Come over to the website. Join us on PCS Nation on Substack. $6 a month. Get full access to the archives, the videos, the morning reports, and all we do over there. We got to do a contest, Queen Linda, and I forgot. I should have brought this up earlier, because we still have a 1-year subscription left from our generous patron who wishes to remain anonymous to give out. We still got a 1-year subscription to give out and no contest, so we got to come up with something for that.
Do it for Valentine's Day.
You think?
Yeah, that'll
all right,
be
we
nice.
got some time to think of something. That's not a bad idea. And
Yeah.
we'll consult with the generous patron, see what they think about it.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so cool. But you got to get over to Substack, guys. $6 a month, 21 cents a day. Get everything there, just like a website. If you just want the free stuff, give them your email. We'll send you all the stuff that goes on Facebook right to your email. You don't have to go on Facebook. How nice is it? Here's one more thing. See, I can never just end the show. Always something pops into my head at the last minute. How nice is it me not bitching about Facebook anymore? Did you notice that?
Yeah, that is nice.
It's been a long time. Like, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
This is weird, and it's making my whole world a little bit better too. So, anyway, go over to Substack. Fuck Facebook. Get on Substack. Subscribe. All that. If you're still on Twitter, we're at PCS295555723. I'll do it again slower. At PCS295555723. I'm really sorry about that, and I hate that. I wish there's a way I could change it, but I can't. But if you're still kicking around on Twitter, come and see us over there. Thank you all for coming out tonight. It was a small crowd. It was a pretty good show. I think we had a good time. I had a good time. Did you have a good time, Linda?
I had a good time.
And you don't have a thing to say going out the door, do you?
Nope.
You never do. Because you get it all out in the open right up front, whereas I babble on for an extra 5 minutes just throwing dumb shit out. Love you guys. Thank you all for your support here on PCS Nation on Substack and on all the platforms as well. Everybody have a great rest of your night. And we're going again tomorrow night, so don't forget. Maybe we'll get the full crowd in here. Again, I apologize for the screwed up schedule, but we'll get back to normal tomorrow, whatever normal may be. Love you guys, and we're out.